Welcome to Planit Butter, my world where I hopefully inspire you to build yours by being iNTUCENTRiC, an immersive experience. Every episode is designed to provoke consciousness through entertaining perspectives and applied iNTUCENTRiC philosophy, while recorded in a variety of intergalactic locations. As I embody my iNTUCENTRic way, you reflect on yours, and together we visit other worlds for occasional guest episodes and learn something cool. I'm Jordan Alexandra Blizzard Planet. This is From My Planet to Yours. Less of a podcast, more of a variety show, and a very funny approach to a documentary series. Thanks for joining me for episode 132 in Pantai Balangan in Bali, Indonesia. Woo! Today, we will be talking about Planit Butter's mission of normalizing non-conventionality. We're going to do that by simply reflecting on how I got here. Cliffside, oceanside. My hotel is upstairs. That was gifted to me by these two incredible strangers who happened to have 2 extra nights booked that they had nothing to do with because they couldn't get a refund and they weren't staying. And after a friendly dinner conversation, the rest is history. So, normalizing non-conventionality. I sense that part of my alignment, which Planit Butter defines as our role in the universe, part of that is this extreme transparency that I have embodied with you through this show, through my Instagram, to the Instagram subscribers, on my Substack, all of these magical, beautiful ways of sharing my personal approach to my life, leveraging the philosophy that is iNTUCENTRicism. And that philosophy is forever available to you through all of these methods as well. It's broken down very succinctly for you to apply to you and your life in the new book, iNTUCENTRiC, available through planitbutter.com. You can get it in hardcover, paperback, ebook, audiobook, narrated by me, professional voice actor represented in LA, or the new video book, which is something I made up. It's basically like a story time, me to you. So guys, in my transparency, I sense that I'm leading. I sense it, and I am leading the new breed of human potential, as the subtitle conveys of the new book. And in my leadership, this transparency feels required, and it seems that I'm destined to navigate the most extreme circumstances as society would see it and as conventional thinkers would definitely see it, and then navigate them in such an abnormal, non-conventional way, and then share these results with you. Because as you guys know, if you've been watching or if you've been keeping up by subscribing on Instagram, the bank account balance is in the negative, okay? My life is in the positive. I recently realized the way to express this is you save your money to live the life that I live. I invest my money into my life. And then I Philadelics for you through Planit Butter. Philadelics is Planit Butter's word that is defined as expanding consciousness through the embodiment and sharing of iNTUCENTRicism, the philosophy. Yeah, guys? So, as usual, Planit Butter, multidimensional, interconnected, beautiful art form that is equal parts my life and my philosophy for you to integrate in whatever way most resonates with you. And so in this transparency, the negative bank account balance is that extremity of societal perspectives and circumstances of, wow, that's so crazy. Another entrepreneur with full investment in whatever that is that they're building. However, because what I'm building is my existence, and my existence is Planit Butter, and Planit Butter is also the business, I've branded myself and I've branded this philosophy. And so the negative bank account balance, yes, sounds extreme. And sure, societally speaking, that is the extreme, because money in society is our main form of trading, right? Like we are exchanging something for something else, to put it simply, I suppose, to the best of my ability. If you have a better way to explain this, help me out. So I say this because I'm now on day 6 of quote unquote homelessness, which I think is hilarious because it's not your conventional homelessness, because it's actually my alignment. This is part of my role in the universe, because me embodying this circumstance in my iNTUCENTRiC way, leveraging the philosophy, the results are mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. And it's because I've invested my money in my life, in my business, in myself, in my skill sets. Yeah. So the state of the bank account is what it is. Yeah. And after exiting my last villa that I was capable of paying for, I was like, okay, this is where we're at. Let's see what's next. I come from a place of optimism, excitement, curiosity, observation, and always empowerment. The night before I left that villa, I felt an intuitive pull, and I got the download. Like in my sleep, I get a lot of downloads. So a download being some form of intuitive direction that just, I wake up saying something and I just know that that's it, it's a directive. So I woke up hearing Balangan Villa. Balangan is an area in Bali. So I'm like, okay, I got my directive. I have a negative bank account balance. And I know in my non-conventional ways of thinking and being, and in my iNTUCENTRiC way, that if I just simply continue to show up in my iNTUCENTRiC way, which is show up respecting my boundaries, show up leading with my intuition, then I will be guided towards where I need to be, because I am continuing to show up with personal responsibility and trust in myself and the universe. Such is being iNTUCENTRiC. So I get Bing Villa and I'm like, all right, cool. Show me that, universe. Let's see it. Let's do this together. And so doing it together looked like following the first pull of the day to this cafe. I go to that cafe. I sit, I enjoy, I indulge in food, people, work, all good things, a workout. And I just let what the universe needs to show me, and I interact with it in the way that I want to. And how do I want to? As my ideal self. So constantly taking that personal responsibility as the version of myself that I want to be. And to speed this up, I was offered multiple options for help in housing me for the night, because I was sitting there with my luggage. So people are like, what's going on? And I'm very transparent. So I would say what's going on. However, I don't need just a place to sleep. I need the right place to sleep, because again, this is my alignment, my role in the universe. So I'm very precise about where I go and how I go there. And that's how I travel this whole earth, money or not. That's how I always travel. I have to be very precise about where I go. And so it's not about help. Did I need help? Yes, but I also need the right help. So again, we're rooted in my empowerment. So I'm not just like, oh, I don't have money, I can't. Blah, blah, blah. No, we're normalizing non-conventionality through being iNTUCENTRiC. Being iNTUCENTRic is empowered and honoring my role in the universe. So I say no to the first groups of help. The right help that came along, sure enough, Bing Villa. Boom, there it was, there we went. That became my home for 3 days. Next, didn't know where I was going next, followed the next pull. Cafe, sitting at the cafe. Within 10 minutes, this dude comes over to me and says, I'm super stressed out. I have a photo shoot in 1 hour. My model canceled. It's for Jakarta Fashion Week. Can you do it? It's at a villa. We already paid for it. You can sleep there. Because again, he saw my luggage. I didn't even tell him my circumstances. He needed the help. Perfect. Yes, absolutely. I'm happy to be your model. Let's play. So I played model for the day, got my villa, got my sleep. Next, the next day, down the same street where we are right now, I stop in a hotel for breakfast, where I happened to go to for sunset the night before. So I already planted my seeds here of my energy. And I come again for breakfast. As I'm here, I wanted to lay down, but something told me full circle to go to that first day of quote unquote homelessness, that first cafe. And I was like, why the fuck would I go to the same place again? And the only rational reason from the lens of being iNTUCENTRiC, while your intuition is not rational, it's not logical. However, me being the person translating this, I do my best to make it logical and rational for you to hopefully catch on more and believe more and work with me to work with you more. So my rationality is to conceptualize. So I'm like, okay, if I'm going there, then it's a full circle moment, which means what? We don't know. We still have to follow the pull. So we follow the pull, we go there. We're crossing paths with people that I have no interest in crossing paths with. Nothing wrong, nothing right, just not it. So I'm like, okay, weird. I'm not acknowledging most of these people because I'm like, these are not the people that I want to be crossing paths with. So I'm just going to stay in my zone and talk to the people that I feel aligned with talking to. So I do. And by not acknowledging these people, that was my role in that moment, because previously, these are people that I've already transcended. Like I've already had the growth that I've needed to have with them. So there was actually there was nothing more to indulge in. So not indulging was the move. After that, it kind of just tapped in like, oh, I want to come here again for sunset. And when I say I wanted to, it was like this overwhelming, the excited responsibility I wanted to take for myself in that moment was prioritizing sunset. And all I could see was this same hotel again. So I was like, wow, I guess we're going there again. So we came here again. And oh my goodness. Then guys, it gets better. So cool. I'm here and I'm having a bit of a weird processing time. So I do my breath play. I lay down, stare at the ocean. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And the conceptualization that I formed of going to that previous cafe for the second time, that full circle feeling, was, oh, duh, that was like the fastest upward spiral, as we call it on Planit Butter, that I've ever executed on, I'm pretty sure, because we transcended that environment in 3 hours. Like that's super fast, super, super fast. We literally bopped in, didn't sync our frequency, right? Like from a new vantage point. That's the upward spiral. You go to familiar places from a new vantage point. So you show up differently in familiar environments. So even with a short turnaround of 5 days, I'm in this familiar place, familiar circumstance, new vantage point because of the growth that I had over those last few days. So boom, clarified, upward spiral, nice work, chickie, off we go. Then we enjoy sunset and then we stay for dinner. Lo and behold, dinner, this lovely couple next to me, after they finish their dinner, they come over to talk to me. We have a really nice chat. The gentleman is the one who approached me. And first of all, he said he's not the extroverted one, his wife is, but he felt compelled to reach out and say something to me because he saw me sitting alone and he's been nomadic in his lifetime and he sensed that I was. So his first question to me was, are you a nomad? Not where are you from, not any, like just are you a nomad? Because he was seeking if that connection that we shared, the similarity. And so that was really cool that this person felt a pull to me who isn't typically extroverted, right? And we all end up talking. They're super intelligent, super amazing. And another thing that he said is staying involved in our life is pretty much all you need to do. And I just loved that quote, so I wanted to share it. Staying involved. And being iNTUCENTRiC is a form of staying involved. Yeah, it's staying aware. It's staying willing to do more, do less, and pivot what we can control. It's staying trusting. It's staying mindful. It's staying observational. It's all of those things, right? So staying involved was that takeaway quote. And by the end of our 10-15-minute conversation, even in the middle of it, really, they tell me somehow they had booked 2 extra nights they couldn't get a refund on and they weren't staying. So they had 2 extra nights they couldn't do anything with. And they would love to gift it to me because they would hate to see it go to waste. Again, these people did not know my circumstances with my life, my business, nothing. Just the nomadic conversation, intelligent conversation, it's like beautiful connection. And they literally they didn't want to waste it. So there we had it. I was gifted 2 days in a private bungalow with a private pool with an ocean view next to this beautiful cliff for 2 days at this hotel. So that's my navigation of homelessness, leading with my intuition, prioritizing self-control and self-expression, and continuing to identify my boundaries, respect those boundaries, show up confidently, and let the world keep meeting me along the way. Non-conventional as fuck, I guess, apparently. The gecko's going off. Thank you, gecko. Let's seal this baby with random page read, quote unquote, random page read from iNTUCENTRiC. Come to me, baby. Cool. This section is from Survival of the Consciousest. How do we know what our role is? Planit Butter business as usual. We self-reflect and self-connect. Practice embracing, understanding, and enjoying ourselves. Self-friendship. We ask ourselves what our boundaries are in any and every situation. We respect those boundaries. We become more confident in doing so and ultimately reconnect with or sustain our alignment, our role in the uni. And of course, we complement this with our PB Jet cycle for decision making. Intuition, sensations, action, sensations, again, to clarify the responsibility that excites us. Ooh, that's a cool phrase. The responsibility that excites us. I'm pretty sure I said that earlier in this episode too. Nice. She's consistent because she preaches what she practices, guys. All right, the next page and the last page. The more, the less, or the pivot that excites us. Our role is to take responsibility for what excites us. Empowered responsibility is exciting. Then we get to witness and receive what we co-created, unknowingly, yet consciously. Remember, fun is our stabilizer. So, view the unknown as fun, trusting the uni and ourselves with what we have consciously yet unknowingly created. It's the I don't know how, but I definitely know what. Much like the Bing and Billa. I didn't know how, but I knew what. Such as such as such as such. Whew. Very excited to see where we go next. Stay tuned. See you Thursday. From my planet to yours.